Hello, my name is Daniel and welcome to my Gemcraft term project introduction video. So let me give a short introduction of what the game is about. Gemcraft is a tower defense game where you prevent enemies from reaching your home base. To do this, you defend against them using gems. Different gems have different grades, which are shown by different shapes, and the higher the grade of the gem, the higher the damage will be. These gems are also randomly generated with different colors and special effects. Red gems will deal splash damage in a 1 square radius of the enemy. Blue gems will slow the enemies down for a certain amount of time, which will be seen by a blue outline around the enemy. And green gems will poison the enemies for a duration of time. So this will eat away at a fraction of the enemy's health every few frames. And you'll see this by the poisoned enemy's health bars turning black. One special thing about Gemcraft is that you can combine gems. So if I have two pure color gems that are of the same grade, and I use the combine gems button and drag one on top of the other, I will get a new gem that is a grade higher and has both special effects. So for example, in this case, both splash damage and slowing. These gems can't just be placed on the floor to fire though. Towers need to be built on empty map squares. Towers look like this. And when a gem is placed on the tower, then it will fire homing projectiles that will follow and hit the target enemy. On the top of the screen here, you see the mana bar. So mana is your currency to buy gems, build towers, but it is also your health bar. So when an enemy reaches your home base, it will eat away at some of your mana, and if that drops below 0, you lose the game and you have to restart. Another function you have, if let's say the enemies are really close and you need to get rid of them, you can use the gem bomb option. So if I click the gem bomb button and I drag a gem over the enemies and release it, it will act as kind of a nuke that does heavy damage in a large area. The drawback though is that you expend that gem, so you can't get it back. You can also toggle the game speed with the hotkeys 1 and 2. Wave bars are here on the left. If you hover over, you will see the type of wave, the number of enemies, type of enemies. These bars slowly creep upwards, and when they reach the top of the screen, they will release their corresponding wave. A special thing you can do, if I click on, for example, bar 3, it will rush bars 3, 2, and 1 to the top of the screen, and they will all release concurrently. The advantage of doing this is that you get some extra mana, but you must be prepared to deal with the extra enemies. And finally, on the right over here, you have the green action buttons that you can use. All right, so I do have a base game mode that has a default map, but for the sake of time, I will just show the randomized map. So in the randomized map, we see the house at the bottom left over here. And so the enemies are going to come out from the top right. You can already see the wave bars slowly creeping upwards. I'm going to build a tower first, create a gem. So we start off with a poison gem of grade 2, and now I just rush the wave, gain some mana, and the enemies are starting to come out. So to illustrate the green gem, you can see the health bar turn black and slowly eating away at the health. So this is the poison effect. I'm going to rush the next wave, and also I'm going to double the speed because of time constraints. All right, so now we have a blue gem. So what you'll see the blue gem do now is the blue gem has a slowing effect. So you can see it turns, the enemies gain a blue silhouette and they begin to slow down. I'm going to rush the next wave. Build a tower. Here's what a grade 3 gem looks like. And now I'll show you what combining gems looks like as well. So I can press the button, drag one gem over another. And now I have this gem that has both the poison and the slowing properties. So you can see both the blue outline as well as the black health bar. I really need to show the splash damage. Oh, nice, we got a splash damage one. So one thing that I'll just illustrate here is when I do damage to one target, it also damages the target that is after that. So that is what splash damage is about. Now I will release both of these waves at the same time. So you can see the small swarm enemies move a lot faster than the heavy tank enemies, but they also have a lot less health. Yeah, so just some things I still want to illustrate. You can see the splash damage effect over here. When one enemy is hit, the enemies around it get damaged as well. If I try and combine gems that are not compatible, for example, if one of them is not a pure gem, I will get a notification. Similarly, if I try and create a gem and I don't have enough money for it, I will display a not enough mana symbol on the top. All right, the last thing I want to display is the gem bomb option. So if I drag one gem over this area and I release it as a nuke, it destroys everything. Yeah, and those are all the functions for my game, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you.